going. Good morning, welcome. I'm Olivia, and this is my SilverSneakers Flex chair yoga class. Let's begin at the back of the chair and with breath. Everybody all set? Okay. Settle on in. Slide that tailbone back. Get a nice firm press into the back of this nice comfortable chair. Open your eyes really wide, and then just let the muscles of the face relax. And notice how that translates into the body. This is time for a little self-care. You have come to the right place. And brought your energy, brought your smiles. Fill the lungs with breath. Create that space inside. We'll go back to that video again now. And allow just a sense of calm to come over your body. And just remember how this feels right now. You've got nice broad collarbones because your shoulder blades are tucked underneath you. There's a nice, smooth, steady inhale and exhale. Maybe there's a little smile on your face. I'm going to remind you of that. Okay. Eyes open, nice soft gaze. Let's just extend the feet out like you're looking at your new shoes or your new toes. Give them a wiggle. A new toenail polish. All right. And then release one leg down. And let's see if we can lift that off the chair right there. Ooh. Just gently, don't jerk it up there. Yeah, use the leg if you need to, that's okay. And let's go to the other side, same thing. Just lifting it up. You can use the hand underneath it. Try not to jerk it up. Two more. And then move on out to the edge of the seat. And let's take the feet wide first and just kind of a little back and forth. La-di-da. Okay, and rock the soles of the feet in together and then come into seated mountain pose once again. Once again, there's this nice broad collarbones, nice smooth, even breath. And a little smile on your face always helps too. Tipping the head over, look the ear, listen to the ceiling. And then tuck the chin, look down towards your left arm. Come right back up, and then we go the other way. So tipping over, you're going to bring the chin towards the chest, looking to that right arm. Come right back up, and then we're going to go around just in the front here. Go over and up, and then we'll go the other way. And there's that snap, crackle, and pop, right? It's okay. And one more time. All right, let's roll that right shoulder back and look over your right shoulder. And then back, we'll go the other way, looking over that left shoulder with the feet like this. I know you can't move them. That was my whole purpose. Let's do the other side again. Right side, take a breath. And then left side, take a breath. And back. All right, I think we'll put the feet on the ground for this next. Roll the shoulders around. And again, there's the snap, crackle, and pop once again. And then we'll take one back to front. All right, arms out. You've got those golf balls in your hands right here, right? So a little bend in the elbow. Everybody readjust your seats. Here we go. And just the rib cage is moving here. So you're sitting firmly on the feet, firmly on the seat. Amazing what one consonant changes the whole meaning. And again. All right, both arms up and pull down. Let's resist this. Up, pull down. And again. So strong. strong, strong arms to do this. Biceps working, forearms working, and again. And pull down. All right, leave them down, hands on the knees. Inhale, let the heart come forward and up. Start in the tailbone, roll it back. The last thing to do is the chin comes to the chest. And then again, lift up nice and tall. Inhale up, heart comes forward. Start in that tailbone, push back. Get that tailbone, the seat underneath you. Scoop in the belly around, separate the shoulder blades. And then again, nice and tall. Moving with intention here today. Tailbone tucks, scoop in the belly. You feel that low back open up there. Separate the shoulder blades and tuck that chin. And back up one more time. Deep breath in. Nothing done willy-nilly today, all right? Round back. All right, come on back up. Leave that left hand there. I'm going to circle that right arm around. When I get it back there, I'm going to roll back to the fleshy part of my seat like I'm going to grab something and bring it up and around, all right? So nice and tall here. Go back as far as you can, and then tuck the tailbone. Reach a little bit further. You know, you got to reach in the back seat. You got to reach behind a chair to grab something. You're going to tuck that tailbone, fire on those core muscles. And again, around back. And all the way back. All right, one more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, round the spine. All right, from here, slide down the legs. We take this halfway rise here. There's that little baby cobra. Lovely. Right arm out to the side. Now, this is accessible. We're going to get this rotation in the thoracic part of your spine. Release back down. Left arm, and if this is accessible, all the way down. Now, reach forward to me. All the way up. Take the feet out a little bit wider and hands down. Let's go around. And again, you hear a little more Rice Krispies in your head. All right, let's go the other way. And one more time. All right. Deep breath in. Jump the feet together. Bring the hands together. Down, up. Jump the feet out. How cool is that, huh? Jump them in. Press down and up. Jump them out. That's a lot of hands and a lot of feet going down and around. All the way up. Jump them out. Let's leave them out this time. And we'll go side to side once again. You may be able to go a little deeper because you have a little broader base now. You could use that hand on the thigh if you need it. All right? I might even say it might be kind of a seated triangle pose, but we'll get some good flexibility in there. All right. Let's keep this arm up, followed by the next one, and in front. And we're going to stir the soup. Now, if you need hands on the thighs, do that. Notice your toes should be working here too. Like my knees are right over top of my feet. All right? And one more time, and all the way back in. All right, both feet coming. Let's lift up on that left, right knee. Okay, pull it in nice and tall. Sit up tall. Take it out to the side and hold. Okay, now ground through that left foot right there while I get off my tail. Okay, we're going to switch hands. Stretch back. Come back to the front. Open. I'm not moving my left leg at all. Firmly planted the toes on the ground. And back. One more time. And twist. Come back to the front. We're going to circle this leg around now. Yeah, try to hold that body still. Ground through this foot. And again. All right, so now we clean the floor. We are getting a floor cleaner that'll be easier for our Mac. It's coming soon. All right, let's leave that sole edge of the foot on the ground right there just for a moment. And we twist away. Let this knee drop open a little bit and twist away. All right, come on back to the front. We take the left leg up. Pull it up as high as you can. Sit as tall as you can here. You can point or flex, wiggle, whatever you want to do here. All right, so we're going to take this back, switch hands. Come back to the front, out to the side. Ground through that right foot now. And again. Couple more. Add that rotation in your head as well. What do you think, huh? All right, one more time. Look out to the side and then come back to the front, and we'll take this leg around. And press this right foot down so it's not doing wiggling. All right, keep it pressed down. You gotta think about that. That means core work. All right, and then here we go. We're gonna circle this leg around. Clean the floor. All right, and then just drop it in, sole of the foot to the other foot right there. Sit nice and tall. Holding this knee out, I'm going to turn and look over my right shoulder. See if you'll get that to go out there. All right, go on back to the front. We're going to go up and down as many times as we can in 30 seconds, right? Let me see if I can get this on here. Okay, you know you don't have to do this. It's entirely up to you. But we're going to try to do as many as we can in 30 seconds. Everybody keep count. Over there on the end of the table, besides the calendar. Hang on, don't do it yet. I know you got up. Sorry. One. Is this 30-second chair stand. You can mark it down and remember that. Then here's another fall prevention that if you didn't get one before, you should take that. I can explain that to you later. Do we want to start standing or start sitting? Let's start standing because she's already up. Okay, ready? And begin. It's not a competition, remember that. You work in your own level of ability. I'll stop talking. Believe it or not, that's halfway. Three, two, one, stop. Okay, got it? You have to end up though. Okay, let's go around to the back. Shake out your legs a little bit. Yeah, remember that number. You can add on to that sheet if you'd like. We'll do it again before I leave town. But see where we are. Okay, step back to downward facing dog. Split your fingers out to me in this position. Give them a good wiggle. Maybe a little fist and wiggle them. Wiggle them. Alrighty. And then taking the gaze over the chair, little baby cobra right here. Step into the chair a little bit. I'm going to put the right foot forward and the left foot back. So then I'm going to bend my elbows, come in, they're going to come to 90 degrees and push back up. Easy enough. Bend the elbows and push right back up with a firm grip on this chair. If you'd like, you may lift that back leg. But you're working the back of the arm here, your triceps. Let's take one more time, and then we'll switch 8 times on the other foot. I couldn't figure out how to get into that position where it was. 2 and 3. Now tuck the elbows in. They're going to want to do this, right? So tuck them in right next to your body. If I counted? 6. Thank you. And last one. All right. And shake everything out. And give those legs a little bit of a break there. Okay, coming into mountain pose. Heels right underneath the sit bones. And wherever you land with your feet, what I'd like you to do is take the heels out 1/4 of an inch. And it's not very much, but just 1/4 of an inch. Rock the heels out just a little bit. Soften your knees and stand up straight. You should feel a little opening, a little different feel in through the hips when you do that. I've just rocked them out. So I'm not like this, right? That doesn't feel good. But I just take them out 1/4 of an inch. Press the feet into the earth, soften the knees, and just imagine you're trying to push out on the feet right there. See how different that feels. Deep breath in. Heel to hand, fingertips together, sink into the knees and calm down. Feel that nice calf stretch. Deep breath in. Left hand goes to the chair and the right arm reaches back. All the way up again. Sink into the knees. Rise up. Right hand down, left hand back. So I'm only turning my upper body, right? In fact, if I was against the chair right here, my hips wouldn't be moving. And again, one more time. The other side. And back. All right, all the way up. Step the feet out. Chair, heels lined up with the chair, and let's sink down into our goddess pose. And before we do anything, I just want you to swing your tailbone side to side, if you had a tail. All right. And then bouncing down just a little bit. Now notice the knees are going to track right in the direction of the toes. You've got that baby toe edge of your feet pressing into the ground as well. That's so important here so these knees don't buckle in. And then rise up, deep breath in. Star pose. Drop your shoulders. Just sway in the breeze. Get that upper body moving here. So if you had your arms down, you'd look like this, right? But this adds a little more work to it. And let's circle it around. Now, if you feel like you're going to lose balance, put one hand on the chair, please. And switch directions. Nicely done. All right, let's come back to that goddess pose one more time. Clasp the hands here. Press them forward, tuck the chin. And then up around. Here we are, goddess pose. So the knuckles are pressing against this imaginary wall behind you. So are the elbows, right? And let's take that airport scanner without rising up. Yeah, there you go. 2 more. Last one. All right, left hand on the chair. We're going to turn to the right wall. And I want you to put that right foot down as if you're coming into warrior one posture, okay? So the foot that's closest to the chair is the one that's back behind me. And let's rise up into warrior one. Right there. Lovely. Drop the shoulders, facing that wall. All right, now open the arms out. Thumbs up, palms to the back wall, and hinge forward. Now you're going to want to get that hand either on the chair or underneath the chair. And then I just want you to rise up and bring that foot up. Okay, step that foot back. I have hold of the chair, arms up, arms out, circle them around, drop the hands down, use the chair, rise that foot up. If you can, balance. And again, circle the arms out, the palms. It's like you're going to hold up the wall with your palms here. So they're going to press out, which is different than what we often do. You're going to use that chair if you need to. Circle that right arm around and lift up. A little balance. Reaching back. Circle around, lift up. And then just put that foot down. Rise up on your toes. We go the other way. So that the right foot goes back. Left knee over the ankle. And here's our warrior one, facing this wall, which we never do, right? So what am I doing? Drop your shoulders right here. Nice. And just hold and breathe. Nice when you know you've got that chair there to use. And I'm going to want you to do that. Now take the arms out. Palms face the side wall. You're going to use that chair for your right hand. Lift up on that right leg. Hold it. Maybe balance if you can. And here we go back. Arms circle around. Palms are out. Big stretch in the chest. Circle them around. See if you can rise up and balance. And again, beautiful. Circling back. Surely that's amazing. And again, circle around. I like to drag that foot in until I find my balance. And back. Palms out. Drag that foot in if you need to. And lift and hold. All right, drop it down. Arms down. Rise up on your toes, back to downward facing dog. Let's take a vinyasa here, our first one. Deep breath in, and hands back on the thighs. Reverse swan dive. Forward fold. Halfway rise. Look at that little puppy on the ground. Slide the hands down, right arm out to the side. If this is accessible, we take this little twist. And then the right arm, or other arm, left arm. and down, and then circle sweep, come all the way back up. Beautiful. All right, let's have a drink of water. Good, good work. Well, the sun has come out. How about that? At least there's blue sky. Okay. So we're going to go back to wide standing mountain pose once again. Lift up the instep. So let the toes come, the big toe come off the ground. And then go the other way. Put the toes on the ground. So you strengthen different muscles in the hips there. And then just press all parts of the feet into the ground. So, oh yeah, that's what that feels like, all right? So you've got the big toe mound and the baby toe into the ground. Star pose. Lovely. Lovely. Turn that right toe. Sink into that right knee. And let's see if we can float the hands into warrior two. Beautiful. Front knee over the ankle. Remember that. Don't take it beyond. And that back leg is stretched. Stretch that little baby finger back. Open the chest. And then give yourself a hug. Tuck your chin. All right. Arms up and around. Look over the two-piece fingers this time as you come into warrior two. Let that left finger reach to your neighbor on the left. Open your eyes wide and look, see how far behind you can see with just the eyes open there. Because you really can't turn the neck anymore, right? All right, we come into side angle. And let that arm float to the ceiling. Drop the shoulders. Now, like I said in the beginning, remember that feeling? Once again, nice broad collarbones. Unclench your teeth. Nice steady breath. See if you can find that. And if you can't, you need to make a change, because yoga is about breath. It's not about struggling through things, all right? Maybe put that golf ball in that front hand again. All right, level this out. Really nice. Hand on the thigh, hand on the chair. Bow to the earth. We're going to hinge at this right hip. And you take this as deep as you want. Look towards the earth. Maybe deeper, look back towards that back foot. That means that head might go below the heart, so be careful. Lift up on the head. Come right back up. Warrior two. But I'm going to straighten that front leg and come into reverse. And use the chair or the thigh or your back left pocket. Once again, drop your shoulders. Feel the collarbones broaden as you do this. Check in with that breath. Nobody's holding it. And there's a little smile on your face. All right, let's come back to warrior two. Plant that knee right over the ankle once again. Lovely. Give yourself a hug and a pat. Beautiful. Let's turn that right toe in. And we're going to come into Skandasana. So we're going to sink that tailbone to the back. It's like a one-legged squat. Lifting up on that toe if you'd like. Bring the hands to the heart over to this side. You're going to bend that knee if you can. Hold on to the chair, please. She goes, no, I got it. And hold. All right, we come back. Toe goes down. Star pose. Lovely. Turn that left toe. Resituate your feet and find your warrior two on this side. Thumbs up. This time let's press the knuckles back. Great big stretch. All the way up. And then we're going to come into warrior two. Look over those two-piece fingers. Let that right hand reach to your neighbor on the right. Notice that your baby toe edge, your big toe edge on both feet are pressing firmly into the earth right there. All right, and then we come into side angle. Broad collarbones, steady breath, smile on your face. That's all I ask. All right, see if you can support that light little golf ball right there. I got a ton of them at home. I should bring them in. My gosh. All right, we open back up. I think we did this next, but no, we didn't. We did humble warrior. That's right. I knew that wasn't correct. One hand on the chair, one on the thigh. And I just want you to imagine you're going to look at something. It's over there on the ground. Use the hands here. Take the hands behind your back. Look as far as you're comfortable. You're going to hinge at this hip. You want to forward fold. Look, bow to the earth. Go ahead. Look back towards that back foot, but don't let anybody get dizzy. And then we lift the head and come right out of it. All right, straighten that front leg and come into reverse warrior. Again, broaden the collarbones, which means you have to drop the shoulders there. Let the shoulder blades slide down your back. Breathe. All right, we level this out once again. And then we're going to come into Skandasana. Oh, I think we have to turn that left toe in. Sink into this left knee. Send the hips right straight back. Lifting on that toe. Maybe you can bring the hands to your heart. Maybe you need to hang on the chair. Whatever feels good to you, right? Get that heart up. Nice broad collarbones here. Yeah, it's a great workout on those legs for sure. But work where you're comfortable. All right, drop that toe. Arms come up. Go ahead and clap them. Walk, step, jump your feet in. Downward facing dog. You don't have to try everything I do, Artie. Laura? And then let that tailbone maybe move to one corner of the room, of your imaginary box, and then the other. Maybe it tucks down to the earth. Maybe you tip it to the ceiling. And then take the gaze forward and walk in just a little bit. We're going to take this vinyasa right here. Deep breath in. Forward fold. Halfway rise. Looking in front of you. Now we look at this little kitty cat right there. And then slide down the legs. Right arm out to the side. Maybe lifting. I bend my left knee a little bit when I do this. Come back to the center. And then as I go to the left, I'm going to bend my right knee just a little bit. And back. And then big reverse swan dive all the way back up. Lovely. And bring the hands into the heart. All right. We'll come back to this in one moment. Let's go grab a drink. Come back. Okay. Mountain pose first. So heels under the sit bones. Let's do this one more time. Just lift the heels out a quarter of an inch. It's not very much. And press into the heels of your feet and the toes. But you feel it back sort of open up a little bit there. Give it a little extra stretch, right? Okay. Slide the right foot back. Easy, easy stance. It's not far. It's just back just a little bit. You don't want to get too far because we're going to end up lifting this leg back. Okay, so don't get too far away from the chair. Extended namaste. Drop your shoulders. Left hand forehand, right hand reaches back. All the way back up. We go to the other side. Don't move the hips. It's all the upper body. And all the way back up. And down to your heart. Sink into that front knee. Hands on the chair. We're going to stretch this front foot back. So slide it back. You may need to readjust your feet right there. The first inkling is to come over to the side, right? So I'm going to say, get to the center of the chair here, and then sink into that knee. Lift from the heel. Somebody's holding on to that heel. You need to step that foot in closer to the chair. Thank you. All right, and then we see if we can find a little bit of balance here. The heart's coming forward. Broad collarbones. Toe on the ground if you need it. And breathe. All right, bring that both feet together. Let's go ahead and touch it on the ground. Ooh, let's get near the chair and all the way down. We're going to do the same thing we did with the, we're going to bounce with the squats. 30 seconds. 30 seconds we're going to lift and hold, okay? I'm not going to count, but I'm just going to tell you. You guys can maybe count and see how long you can stay. Ready? Go. There's halfway. Three, two, one. Check that leg out. Okay, so that leg is going to go forward, and you're going to go back on the other one this time. Yeah, because we're going to swing this leg back. That's right. Okay. Extended namaste. Drop your shoulders. Bring the shoulder blades down. So, and then the ribs and the hips, they're going to connect here. So you are as strong as you can possibly be. We're going to look to the right first. Try not to move the hips. They're facing the front. Come right back up. We go to the left. The other right. All the way back up. Into the heart. Okay, here we go. Hands on the chair. We're going to slide this right leg out and see if you can get that other foot towards the middle of the chair so you are coming dead center over the chair. Yeah, we're going to want to do this, right? So really focus on coming to the center. Maybe you need to scoot in. Maybe you need a different grip on the chair. All right. And then get the shoulders level. Maybe try some balance. Come up higher, go down lower. Whatever works for you. Touch the toe if you need to. Okay, without putting that foot down, put the hands on the chair and bring it in. Get yourself upright. Find your balance. Ready, go. Three, two, one. Okay, shake them out. And that was a lot because first we balanced an airplane and then we went to just balance. Step back to downward facing dog. Ooh. All right, so in this position, let's bend the knees a little bit. Maybe a little bit deeper. Point that tailbone to the back wall. Let the ribs come closer to the thighs. Let the shoulders stretch a little bit more. Now, if you need to bend your elbows to do that, that's okay too. You'll get a real deep stretch if you don't. All right. Taking the gaze over the chair. Step that right foot in. We're going to bring that left foot right around it. Put the ball of the foot on the ground right there. So sassy-like, right? And then you may notice that your shin is touching your calf muscle. I want you to squeeze them together a little bit. So bending both knees a little bit. So now that toe, ball of foot is probably firmly pressed into the earth right there. Right? Okay. Two choices. You may stay right here. You could bring your hands to your heart. You could cross the knuckles and squeeze the elbows in. Anytime you need a hand on the chair, drop it down. All right? Eagle pose. Breathe. All right. Opening up. So leave that left arm up. Curl this foot, and we come into dancer pose. And again, maybe a hand at your heart. All right, back to downward facing dog. A lot of balance today, huh? Shaky thine legs out. All right. Okay, left foot goes in. That right foot circles all the way around. Ball of the foot stays on the ground there. All right. Then you're going to squeeze that shin and that calf together, and I do that by bending my knees a little bit. All right. Now, if you've been told not to cross the midline, you're just going to come right here with both knees bent. All right. Should have said that the last time. I apologize. Okay. Using the chair if you want. Hands together at your heart, or both hands at your heart. Cross the knuckles. Squeeze them. Squeeze the elbows and see if you can lift them. You're looking right beyond the wrists here. All right. Left hand on the chair, the right hand goes up, and then you're going to come in a dancer pose. You may stay right there or bring that thumb to your heart. Soften that knee you're standing on. All right. Forward fold. Rising up. Exhale down. Right arm out. Inhale. Exhale down. Move with your breath. Left arm out. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale all the way back up. And hands together at your heart. Yeah, super job, everyone. No, waving, it was great. I don't care if you had the foot on the ground. You were still. It was great. Great, wonderful. Have a drink of water. I think we should sit back down. Yeah. All right. Right arm to the right foot to the front. The left one goes out to the side. That foot comes right underneath the knee. And I want you to hold that knee right there with your hand. Wherever it lands, hold it with the knee. And we're going to slide down that leg maybe a little bit and reach to the ceiling. A seated warrior 2 pose. Now, I'm going to tuck that foot in just a little bit and see if you can rise up on that heel and give that inner thigh a little deeper stretch when you do that, all right? Let's see, there you go. There you go. Yeah. Lovely. Let that left shoulder roll back a little bit more, so maybe you can look towards that left wall. Wow, amazing. All right, drop that heel, come right back up. Hold on to the chair. I'm going to cross my right hand over, and again, look to that left wall. Nice. All right, and follow that. Let's have this figure 4. Everybody looks at the bottom of their foot. I do too. All right, knee under the ankle, and you find your figure 4 stretch. All right, the foot could be on the ground. See if you can press that low back forward and sit tall, broad collarbones, and get into a place where you can say, I could stay here for a while. This feels good. My breath is even. I'm not holding it. I'm not clenching my teeth. And only push a little deeper if you want to. But there's no competition. All right. Just stretch that leg out in front. Wiggle on the toes. Whew. Okay. So that right foot comes under the right knee, and you're going to take the left one out to the side. Turn the palm to me on that left hand. And we're going to slide down here and let that arm reach up. And you decide how deep you're going to take this. And reach. And then broaden the collarbones. Soften the jaw. Smile on your face. Maybe let that right shoulder roll back a little bit more so you can look towards the right wall. Very deep breath. One more. All right, come on out of this. Hand on the chair. And then look towards that left wall. Again, roll. I'm sorry, that's the right wall. Roll the right shoulder back a little bit. Yeah. Watch those knees aren't all buckling in. You want to hold those knees right over the ankle. So press the feet into the earth there. All right. So this right foot's going to stay put. I'm going to bring this left one up and over, whatever is comfortable for you. Today it's going to stay on the ground for me. And again, find yourself in a position where you could say, I could really stay here for a while because this feels pretty good. All right, slide that leg out. Oh, let's take both of them there. Hold on to the chair so you don't fall out. A little wiggle in the toes and the feet and the ankles. All right, and then let's bring them back in. Knees right over top of the ankles. And I'm going to sit back and grab hold on my chair. I'm going to turn it sideways here. Now, lift the heart is really all I ask for. If you do not have any shoulder or wrist trouble, you feel like you might want to push a little bit more and see if you can lighten up on the seat, do so. Your choice. All right. Let's come out of this. Drop your hips back in. We'll slide down the chair. Take a breath and breathe into the back ribs there. So feel them really expand. And then exhale. Roll back up. Nice and tall. Ooh. Maybe take the head around. And one more time. All right. Pushing back. All the way back in the seat. Hands on the thighs. It's like cat and cow. So my tailbone is on the chair, but my back is off of the chair. Deep breath in. And now as you come into the cat version, you're going to roll the spine into the chair, scoop in the belly, push back into it, and see how much of your spine you can get on the chair. And then again, sit up nice and tall one more time. So my tailbone is on the chair. And exhale, I'm going to push back. I'm using my feet here to push into the chair. Rounding the spine. That should feel really good. And then stay against the back of the chair. Roll the spine the rest of the way up. Any stretch you feel like you didn't get and you need, go ahead and get it. And from here, just collapse into the chair. Feet down, arms down, eyes closed. Nice broad collarbones. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Bringing the hands together at the heart. And complete the sentence. Gosh, today I am so grateful for. In a world where you can be anything, be light, for this world still needs your light. Namaste.
Namaste.
Amen. Amen. Wonderful. Great work today. We did a lot.